Stop worrying.
You don't think it's too severe?
You just got changed because you thought you were too casual.
Yeah, well, it's a courtroom, Dad, not a party.
I know it's not a party, love, but you're not on trial either.
What makes you say that?
Because I'm trying to walk on eggshells and I'm not doing a very good job, am I? All I'm saying is, they know what they're doing. Don't get yourself so wound up.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, okay?
Look, you've done nothing wrong. You're dressed right. Let's just go and get it over with.
I'm just going to go and change this for the blue one.
Look, the bloke's done his best. It's not a case of Chris Tate not understanding the situation. He doesn't want to understand.
All the tenant farmers around here are in the same boat. I mean, I feel bad for Wilf, but what do you do?
Just let it slip, that's all. We've all been there.
It was bad enough when I was an estate manager, but now...
Yeah, well, you've no idea the way it's gone lately. Viv! Are we bothering?
Well, he'll make nothing from his animals, I know that.
All right, so you switch to arable. More time lost while you're not earning. You know, you get less per tonne for wheat now than you did in 1980. I mean, give the bloke a break, will you?
I was just putting the other side, that's all.
Yeah, but that's because it's not affecting you. Viv!
That's not fair. You're not affected by it either, come to that. And I'm not the person you should be trying to convince.
Yeah, well, it comes down to Chris wanting Wilf out and somebody else in, regardless. Anybody, just so he can make a point.
Chris is in it for the money, you know that.
Exactly. And he doesn't care whose blood and sweat goes with it. And it sounds like you agree with him and all.
What? That's not true. You know how I feel about...
I'm rushing in and you just ignore me.
Jack, this is the real world. What do you expect?
I expect more. I expect better.
Hey, why is it you can run fast, yet you can be stuck fast as well?
What?
Contronym. There's loads of them. Same word means opposite things.
I'm gonna ban that magazine.
You wind up a meeting, it stops. You wind up a watch, it goes.
Well, I got at foot of our stairs.
You bolt a door, it don't move. Horse bolts, it's gone. And not many people think of that.
No. I wonder why, eh? You do realise that your leisure time could result to more injury if you don't give Edna those mags back?
Excuse me, enforced idleness. I'm exercising a long-neglected organ. My brain. There's one or two others will benefit from doing the same.
What have I done now?
Oh, my granddad's wigging out on painkillers, I think.
I'm expanding my linguistic horizons with a bit of etymology.
Eh? Oh, yeah, we did that at school. Well, I took these beetles in jam jars, and then they ate each other.
You're making me nervous now. Get this down, yeah?
Do I look like I need more caffeine? Where's everybody gone?
They'll come and get us when they're ready, then it'll all be done with and we can get away. Just
Don't tell me to calm down.
How about sit down? That's better than the black, you know. I didn't like to say him before.
I'm way past changing the subject, Diane.
There must be someone around who knows what's going on. Excuse me. Is everything all right? No delays or anything?
They're just wrapping up the previous case, that's all.
There's no need to worry. This is all formality. We like to try and make these things as painless as possible, obviously.
Let's get a few house rules sorted out right now, shall we, eh?
This is you, son.
What?
Did your man put up with this?
Don't understand the question.
When they say washing up in America, they mean your hands and face.
And when they say you lazy idle pig in Yorkshire, it means get off your backside and get this washed before I break it over your head.
Don't look at me.
I'm off. Don't even think about not doing it, and that's you, not him.
She's gone mental.
Hope you're going to the bank. You're already 3 months late. Don't think paying me 1 month's going to make me change my mind.
Never occurred to me. Don't let me keep you.
Got till the end of the month to find the rest. Now, if you don't, That's me being generous. It'll be meet the bailiff's time. I promise. It's not a threat. Promise.
You'll be fine. I know this isn't easy, but we'll do all the work. Everything will get straightened out. Don't worry.
Louise.
What are you doing here?
A bit of moral support, I thought you could do with it.
Terry, I asked you, I told you not to come. What's it going to look like?
Well, you've got mates that care. Well, go on, I'll see you later.
Oh, Terry!
Here.
Could all take our seats, please? If the court will please stand.
Well, if you don't want company, you should just say so. It's just cost me £3 for that taxi. Scandalous.
Now, I'm just not particularly interested in why it's called beef and not cow meat.
Or pork and not pig meat. It's your Norman, see?
Len, I really don't care.
Well, you should, it's your linguistic heritage. You're miserable, you, that's your trouble. You've no girlfriend and Sid's gone off. That's why I'm here cheering you up.
Oh, well, that's what you call it, is it?
And I bet you didn't know this either. Before Shakespeare, nobody was lonely, because he invented the word. It's marvellous, this stuff.
How's your uncle doing?
It's driving me mad.
Ah, take no notice of him. He's fed up because he's got no mates.
There is nothing wrong with me. Will you give it a rest, eh?
Well, seeing as we're all lonely old blokes with no women and naught to do, why don't you come round for your tea after? I'm doing my speciality, liver and onions. Save you cooking for your son in an empty house.
Well, that's great, Seth. Thank you for the offer, but I promised I'd go round to my mum's for tea, so... but thank you, all the same.
Well, if you want some company, I'll have his. Save Ollie mithering.
You're on. 5:08, you get note.
No problem. Scott will pick me up. Hey, it's a good job looking after him, innit, eh?
How you doing?
All right. I was talking to Chris Tate earlier on. He was going on about rent. I couldn't make head nor tail of what he went on about.
Have you paid him?
He was talking about 1 month at a time or something. Where's all that come from?
Brian, will you bring the trailer around? We'll shift them branches from this morning.
Fine.
Wolf? I paid it.
You what?
Just the 1 month. Get him off your back for a bit, that's all.
What gives you the right? The right to interfere in my business?
Look, when you get sorted, we can work it out. I just thought it would...
You thought I was some kind of charity case? Well, I'm not. I take money from nobody, me, if I've not earned it, especially not management. I never have, and I'm not starting now.
So you'd rather lose your livelihood?
The me self-respect I would. I might live part one, but I don't fancy living without t'other.
It's gone past pride, this, surely. Look, the money's there. It's better being spent on something worthwhile.
And what's that, then? Making me feel that big? I'll talk to Chris Tate myself when he gets back. I'll get this sorted proper. Don't do me any more favours.
Detective Inspector Dove, can you confirm that the injuries outlined in this report correspond with your findings at the scene of the incident?
I can, sir.
And also that the circumstances of Mr. Mullen's fall, the position, the nature of surrounding objects and so forth, are also in accordance with your observations at that time?
I would say so, yes, as precisely as can be determined. Mr. Mullen's contact with the wood of the stairs and banister as he slipped resulted in minor head injuries and facial contusions, as listed in the report. Findings also consistent, I should add, with the presence of the broken vase. The actual cause of death being a broken neck sustained during the course of that fall.
Just a few more questions and then we should be able to bring these proceedings to a close. Detective Inspector, can you confirm that it was Miss Appleton alone who first came upon the deceased, Mr. Mullen?
I can confirm that, yes, sir. Based on Miss Appleton's statement, she was alone at that time.
All right. This court is satisfied that the deceased is indeed Raymond Padraig Mullen, and also that the cause of death was a broken neck. I'm also satisfied that the police have no further need of the body, and I'm happy at this point for the said body to be released to the family for funeral arrangements to be made. I now adjourn this inquest for the police to continue their investigations. The case will be resumed at a later date. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
It's all right, Terry. You go home. I'll see to her.
I'll bring the release papers to the relatives' room.
Thanks.
Trailer's outside. What were up with Wilf then?
How do you mean?
Before. I just caught the drift as I was going for the trailer. Could have heard him in the next valley.
Well, he's not happy about Chris putting the screws on. Can you blame him?
What's all this about some of it being paid?
Well, it's no big deal. I tried to do him a favour and he got the wrong end of the stick, that's all.
You've paid his rent off for him?
Just the 1 month. I thought it might take a bit of weight off, but I was wrong, obviously.
So what does Chris think about it?
Well, he doesn't need to know. All he cares about is the money.
Nice to have it to give away.
Yeah, well, I know what it's like. I've been there.
Still 800 quid, eh? Just like that. Very nice.
Just forget it, eh?
Never had you pegged as a Saint Jack?
I didn't do it to make me feel good. I did it for Wilf. And what I do with my money and my life is my business, so just keep your nose out of it, all right?
Donna, make yourself useful. Go downstairs and get a cake out the fridge.
Why? You having someone special round?
Well, you won't be getting any, will you?
You should have told me you were coming.
Well, I didn't know I was coming until Len and Seth tried to rope me into having dinner with them.
Oh, using your mother as an excuse now, are you?
No. Well, yeah. Look, I can have a sandwich in the pub if it's too much trouble.
Oh, don't be silly. Sit yourself down. Seth said you were feeling a bit sorry for yourself.
What's up with everybody? I'm absolutely okay.
Well, you do look a bit pale.
Mum, I do not look pale.
Oh, are you not well?
Don't you start and all. Look, I've had Len on at me all day, and then Seth, and now you two.
Definitely something wrong with you.
Are you scared in that big house all by yourself?
Do you know, I'm going to emigrate. Otherwise, I can just see an endless desert stretched out in front of me. Bachelor life in Emmerdale. Surrounded by loonies trying to turn me as barking mad as they are. Listen, I am fine.
I've already told Seth I'm going to have tea with him. He's doing liver and onions. Hey, have you got any more of them magazines?
Well, you'd rather dine with Seth than with me. You just go on.
I didn't say that.
All day I've been baking. Oh, but that doesn't matter. I thought, poor Len, stuck inside on his own. But no! There you are, gadding about, left, right and centre.
Well, I'm keeping me weight off it, so don't start mithering.
I should think you are. You're no spring chicken, you know.
And I don't need you reminding me either. Here.
Just be careful with that cake. Look, there's fresh cream in it, and don't go leaving it so it goes off.
Well, I'll go put the kettle on before Scott gets here. We've got half an hour yet.
No, I'll do it. You just sit down.
Edna, I've got a sore ankle. I'm not at death's door. So do as you're told. Go park yourself down there while I go put the kettle on.
Can't be doing with all this macho business.
So. I saved the cake, though.
Why couldn't he have just stayed away? It's the kind of clumsy thing you do when you're desperate to do the right thing for once.
Do I look a mess?
I don't care, neither should you. Come on, let's have a drink. I expected to see somebody from the family.
Well, as far as I know, Ray's solicitor was going to get in touch with him. We never had anything to do with him. Well, they didn't get on.
But you'd think they'd have been in touch by now about funeral arrangements.
Looks like it's all down to me then, isn't it?
You're not responsible for the family, any more than you're responsible for what's happened. You always think you could have done something. It's only natural, especially after an accident. But there's no blame on your part, so get that right out of your head, okay? I'll go and get us a drink.
You've got an empty house. I thought it'd be party central. Getting old, that's your trouble.
And you won't be getting much older if you don't leave it out.
You should have gone round to Seth's, get a few grannies round, a couple of bottles of stout.
Donna.
Oh, damn. I said I'd give Len a lift.
Well, don't go. I'm just about to dish up.
Well, I'll only be 10 minutes.
I'm sure you are, otherwise you'll be having this cold. Well, listen, I was thinking, why don't we go to the pub tomorrow? We can have a few drinks, catch up properly.
Yeah, if you want.
How sad is that? Going out drinking with your mum?
I think it's very nice.
You are pushing it, young lady.
Go on, off you go. But be careful, it's very frosty on the roads.
Yeah, you be careful, won't you, love?
If you'd have done what you were told, this would never have happened.
I'm not being treated like an invalid just because I've twisted me ankle. There's folk a sight worse off than me.
There's not many as pig-headed.
Your cake's still in one piece. What's up with you?
Oh, never mind my cake. And don't you change the subject.
Yeah, well, I'd sooner we did. I'll tell you something, shall I? I've been blessed with good health, me, touch wood. But when you've been fit all your life and stuff like this starts to happen, you start to realise you're not what you were. And when it happens over and over again, you start to think to yourself, hey, up, what's going on here?
It's called getting old.
Yeah, I know, and I don't like it. I don't fancy being stuck in this big house, not being able to get about. And Ollie having to wonder whether or not I can get myself off the toilet.
Give over. You're a long way off that yet.
I might be, but it'll come.
Now, you listen to me. Don't you let anybody tell you you're past it. Viv Hope tried that game when we were dancing. But we soon showed her and the likes of her a thing or two, eh?
Yeah, you and Jarvis really put our nose out of joint. I'll tell you something. We might be mutton, but we don't crack on to be lamb like she does.
Well, she's a flighty piece. Take no notice, no. What we're doing is we're... Where's that magazine, the last one that I gave to you?
How was that one?
Well, what we're doing is we're striking a blow for the... Oh, what's it called?
Gerontocracy. I read it earlier on.
Yes, well, I told you it'd improve your mind.
Grey power, they call it now.
Well, either way, we are not ready for any old folks' home, and don't you forget it.
You'll wear yourself out if you keep looking for reasons for an accident, love.
I just want it to be over. I mean, what happens next? Nothing's been resolved. It'll be weeks until it will be. Why does everything have to take so long?
I don't know. But the main thing for you now is not to torment yourself over something you can never, ever do anything about.
I just want them to tell me that it's over.
Hey, Ray loved you. He wouldn't want to see you like this.
I'm off now if there's nothing else wants doing.
Fine. Has Jack gone?
He's still out somewhere as far as I know. I think he was calling in at Wilf's.
Still, won't be Wilf's for much longer, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
The sooner I get that parasite moved on, the better. Jack seems to think I've got some kind of duty to keep losers like him in work.
Well, you can't fault Jack for trying to bail him out, though.
Well, I'm not going to argue with my staff about management decisions.
There's a lot of money to chuck out on a noble gesture.
I beg your pardon?
Jack's stomping up all that brass for Wilf's rent.
What?
Well, it's above and beyond that. More than I'd have done. Even if I could have afforded it. It's all right, I'll get it. I'd best be off anyway.
Jack told you this, did he?
Hey, I hope I haven't spoken out of turn. I don't want to drop him in it. Can I help you?
Detective Inspector Dove to see Mr. Tate. Oh, good, you're in.
I'll leave you to it then, Chris. See you in the morning.
Won't keep you long, Mr. Tate. Just a couple of questions.
Well, please, sit down.
I wondered if you could remind me, going back to Christmas Day, what time was it you first saw Miss Appleton?
I don't remember having seen her at all. I think I might have told your officers that already, actually.
I'm sure you did. I'm sorry, I just have to confirm a few things, you know.
Feel better for having changed.
Why don't we stay out of the bar tonight? We can get a bottle of wine and watch a video. Bob and Tricia can cope in there.
I'd rather just carry on as normal if you don't mind. Better than brushing it all under the carpet.
I was just looking... Oh, there it is. I knew I had it somewhere. I think you should have this. It's such a lovely one of both of you. So you can remember a good time instead of all the other stuff. I've done the wrong thing, haven't I? I don't mean to be clumsy. Surely it's better to think of the good things. Hey, steady on. I know you're upset.
I can't look at that. I can't look at him smiling at me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. See? Straighten out.
No, you don't know, Diane. You don't know what he was like.
Shh, it's okay. You have a good cry. It's all right. I know you miss him.
I can't forgive him, Diane. I'm really scared. I don't know what to do.
He'd never have left you on purpose.
No, it's because
it's okay. I know it's killing you. You just let it go. It's not your fault. Let it go.